Hey, Richard.
Hey, Kev.
Talking washing machines today?
Yeah, I thought we'd talk about the care and feeding of washing machines. You know, many people have them and they're great devices, but there's some things to pay attention to. The first one is probably to make sure they are level. You know, you walk into a house and you hear, it sounds like some rumble going on upstairs. It's because the washing machine is not level. It's got a cylinder and it's going to spin this way or this way for front loaders. So people don't realize that there are leveling legs right here. And you take a pair of pliers and you would put a level right here on the front and lift it up and put it down. And it works way better than a shingle or a piece of cardboard.
The newer models are spinning very fast. These things can literally walk out of their space.
That's right. So the other thing is to think about the water supply to this. You know, at the back of the washing machine, there are connections for hoses and there's filters inside here, that you got to be careful of. If, say, a washer broke off on a shutoff downstream, it could come up and clog the backside here, and then you wouldn't have hot or cold.
Okay.
Now these hoses, this is what most people have. They're rubber hoses. These happen to be red and blue, but many times they're black. These are simple rubber hoses, but they sit under full pressure all the time.
Doesn't matter if this is on or not.
Correct.
Pressure to the hoses.
Right. So this is what it looks like if in a cutaway. You can see it's got a pretty thick sidewall, but what you're worried about is that rubber getting tired over time and wearing out and causing, actually allowing an aneurysm or a bubble, a split on this side. So what I always recommend strongly is this stainless steel braided hose. It still has a high level of rubber inside, it's got reinforcement, and then it has a stainless steel casing or sheathing on the outside. It would reduce the chance of a burst. So this is always my recommended.
Cheap upgrade.
Absolutely.
They really don't cost much more.
But it's not just the hoses. These things sit under full pressure, so it's connected to some sort of shut-off device. So many times you just see a pair of these down here with the washing machine hoses connected. Nobody ever turns them on or off, but they should. An innovation that was pretty terrific was this. This was a breakthrough. You put the washing machine hoses onto here, and then when you're doing a wash, you turn it on, and then it pressurizes it then. When you were done with the wash, you turn it off and it would depressurize the hoses so you could go away and not worry about these hoses. But guess what?
No one ever did.
No one ever did. The only time they did it was the morning after the burst, okay? Now another option came out, which was an electronic device. And connect the hoses here, plug this in, and then the washing machine plugged into right here. It would feel the amp draw of that washer coming on. Then and only then would the hoses be pressurized. And that worked terrific. It does work terrific.
Machine's not running, it closes these valves.
That's right.
Only opens them when the machine's running.
That's right. It has a little leak sensor you can put on the floor as an added feature too. That's pretty good.
So if it ever senses water, again, valve shut, you're protected.
Absolutely.
Love it.
So this was great. And then this is electronic, and that's beautiful. This is beautiful and simple. This has a spring-loaded lever that says, I want to do my wash. I come over here and I pull it to the side, and it leaves the water pressure to the hoses for 2.5 hours. So when you're done, you don't have to wait for it to come down, you know, the wash to be done. You know it'll be off safe.
No electronics to fail on you, and unlike this one, it defaults to the off position.
Correct.
So you have to do something.
It defaults safe. So I like this a lot.
That's great. All right. Well, thank you, Richard. Good info. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. Make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.